until you know what you want, life actually have little or nothing to offer you. I was curious in the university, how can I transfer this knowledge into producing something? How can I benefit people apart from the fact that, okay, I've learned these things, I've learned these reactions, I'm good at it, I just go to the board, this also react to this and this, we have this as a product. Can I see this product in reality, please? Ray, thank you for coming. Said is watching live. Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. I made this vow that I'm going to be coming online like this consistently for 1,000 days. There are 2-3 reasons why I vow. Number one reason is I'm interested and particularly passionate about teaching people certain things I've learned from my life experiences, and I'm still learning, and I want them to learn from. Also, I am very, very interested in connecting with people around me, around the world. I believe this internet has come to stay, and it's a small world where everybody can express himself. Welcome to the first day, and I'm going to keep appearing until I get to 1,000 days. If you are right here, right now, you can type. Even if you watch this after my presentation, there's something you might not even find out what it is, but you are always curious about. There's something. If your mind ever told you something like that, try to find out that thing, because that is the only thing that will bring fulfillment to you. That is the only thing that can push you to your true fulfillment. That is the only thing that can make you fulfill the purpose you are meant to fulfill on this earth. I want to dedicate this time to doing this consistently to see how far it will take us. Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? Yeah, my name is A. Kabir, and somebody might be wondering, what is he trying to do? By the way, how are you doing today? How was your day? I hope you had a wonderful day. So, this is actually a challenge I'm trying to take, right? I met a friend online, his name is Mr. Jake, who challenged me to be here today. I just hope that it's gonna make sense. This is my first time coming live on Facebook, so it might look awkward. I might not really make any sense, but I still want to give it a try, right? Because I believe that action takers are the ones that actually win the world. You know, if you are good at taking action, each time you learn something, each time you intend to do something, you just do it. You just go ahead and do it. So you are a winner. It's not necessarily that you are intelligent. By the way, intelligence is good, but it's not a prerequisite to winning in life. I don't know if you understand. So enough of the introduction. I'm not actually feeling like as confident as I'm supposed to feel, but it's okay, right? Like I said earlier, I was challenged by a friend. I saw it on his status, WhatsApp status, and he was like, he wants to make appearance on the internet for 1,000 days. Like he will come consistently every day until he is able to make this presentation 1,000 times. He believed by then he would have gained this enough confidence to be able to continuously impact knowledge on the internet, which of course I believe him and I know it's true. Most of these things I've read, time without number, you need to try. If you want to do something, you need to try. But unfortunately for most of us, we keep learning without trying. I can see we have 2 people already on the session. I don't know who they are. Right, so but you're welcome. Thank you for joining me. Perhaps you could just go to the comment section, type your name, who you are, where you are joining us from. But the first day of my live appearance on Facebook, okay, and like I said, it's a challenge that I'm trying to take on. I met a friend who challenged me that I just saw it on his status, like I said earlier. He said he wants to make appearance 1,000 times non-stop. Action taker, like I said. So, and it happens to be that we are close to him, we chat a lot and we share some ideas and we always encourage each other. And for him to have posted this challenge for himself, he didn't include me, but I feel I should join. Yeah, I should join because I believe that show me your friend, right? And I'll tell you who you are. Thank you, Miss Joy. Yeah, she's one of the people that usually encourage me too. I think we've worked together before somewhere. So thank you for joining, right? So I feel challenged, and I feel this is a challenge every person that is listening to me right now might need to take on, especially if you are the type that you are interested in marketing, you are interested in making sales, you are interested in connecting with people. This might be a challenge that you might need to take on, right? So Zaid, thank you for coming. Zaid is watching live. Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. So I'm taking this vow today that from today henceforth, I'm going to be making this particular Facebook account as a background for me to learn how to teach people. I'm very, very passionate about teaching people, right? Because if I want to give you a small story about my life, it might not be in detail, but then right from the start, I love teaching. You know, I've taught at all levels, primary, secondary, and up to even School of Health. So I found out that at a point, because I'm passionate about teaching, I need to upgrade my level. I need to upgrade my certificates, right? So I have to keep pushing, right? So I upgraded so many things, my skills, my presentation skills, and a whole lot. So as I keep doing that, it happens that at a point, I think the first job I took after my NYC in 2017 was 10,000 naira, and I was teaching in primary 3. Yeah, for most graduates, it's easy for you to say that you won't take such a job for now. I understand, okay, which is actually one of the reasons why I made this vow that I'm going to be coming online like this consistently for 1,000 days. There are 2-3 reasons why I vow. Number one reason is I'm interested and particularly passionate about teaching people some certain things I've learned from my life experiences, and I'm still learning, and I want them to learn from, right? So, and also, I am very, very interested in connecting with people around me. Not just around me, but around the world. I believe this internet has come to stay, and it's a small world where everybody can express himself. We have a lot of, what do we call them, content makers, you know, even the jokes and all that. So why not people that can even have some kind of knowledge that is useful? I'm not saying jokes are not useful, of course. They have a way of making you comfortable, making you laugh, forgetting your worries. All are important, but I think youngsters like us can start thinking of coming to also share, you know, the little knowledge they have, the little experience they have with others, such a way that it will help, right? So I joined this challenge, 1,000 days live session, and welcome to the first day. And I'm going to keep appearing until I get to 1,000 days using this particular Facebook account, right? So welcome once again. If you are just joining me, just help me go to the comment section. Tell me who you are, where you are joining us from, and perhaps you could share some of the things you might want me to talk about. But like I said earlier, basic reasons is I want to share some of my unique experiences. You see, like I started by saying is, the first job I took was 10,000 naira in a primary school, Niger State. And it was a struggle actually, of course, which I'm sure some of you are in the same struggle now, including myself. I'm still in a struggle, but we always get better every day. You see, so, and when I took that job, I began to look at the alternatives around me, how better I can go, right? because it's not good to just take a job and you settle for it. It's good to start with a job, but your purpose in life should never be to keep working at a job. It's one of the hardest things I've learned. And I think I didn't get to realize this until, is it 2020, 2021, after Corona. So, and you should be consciously preparing yourself. Like I started by saying, in 2017, when I started after my NYSC, took a job, my goal was to keep working for other people, right? I took a job from one school, I upgraded to another school, the salary keep getting better, but don't forget that I had to improve myself skills-wise, teaching, communication, and learn so many things about my subject of, my area of where I teach, right? So, and at a point, I began to improve so much that I can choose the school I want to teach, right? I can choose to submit my application anywhere. For some of you that know Niger State and you know the school they call New Horizon, that was one of the last school I taught in Niger State. For you to know that at a point, I had to start choosing where I want to work, right? Because I've upgraded myself, I've upgraded my knowledge, and I know the caliber of people I want to relate with. So, because like I said, I equally try to upgrade myself in terms of my certificates from first degree to master's degree, even added a teaching qualification, postgraduate diploma education, and trying to see how I could get the best out of teaching, because I so much love teaching. Just like we are going to be having this session every day, right? And I promise you that it's going to be interesting. Today is just form of like introduction. There's so much we are going to learn together, and I promise you. So at a point, I have the second degree. I have even postgraduate diploma education, right? All these qualifications, I have them. So I upgraded from ordinary classroom teacher even up to the level of a university lecturer. I don't know if you get. But I began to understand some different aspects of life as I upgraded. I asked myself one day, what exactly do I want out of life? This question might look very, very simple, but not everybody have the answer. Yes, it's very easier for you to say, I want to be comfortable, I want to be happy, I just want to, some of them will say, I don't want too much money, I just want to be comfortable. That's not a goal. That's not what you want out of life. And a lot of us don't realize this. A lot of us don't realize that we don't even know what we want out of life. And guess what? If you don't know what you want, life have nothing in store for you, little or nothing in store for you. Can I say that again? Until you know what you want, life actually have little or nothing to offer you. Whether you want to believe it or not, if you see people walking around parabolating, for most people, even let me tell you that I went for master's degree not because I wanted to. No, I really do not see myself. If you look at my heart then, I went for master's degree because one, my daddy wanted me to do it. Like, he's very curious about education. He's so happy each time I made a progress education wise. He's happy. So I always want my daddy to be happy. So I don't play with my education. And one of the goals he set for me was I should become a PhD. In fact, PhD holder was what he wrote, but at a point I told him that I want to become a prof. But deep down within me, even the chemistry I studied, I knew that I was very serious about it. all because I want my daddy to be happy. That wasn't my goal. I never wanted to go for master's degree, but I did. Passionately, like then I believe I was passionate about it because I studied very well and I graduated with good grades. So many of us are in the same shoe as I speak. Right? Something is wrong. You might not understand as I speak, but like I said, you might just keep following my sessions. Rome was not built in a day. I'm not here to discourage you about education. No, don't get me wrong. But there are certain things that can be done better. I might not be able to give you step-by-step story of what you need to know about this short story that I started. But to cut the long story short, I always have this feeling within me that something is not complete. I was one of the best teachers anywhere I've taught. You can go and dig and ask. If you have mentioned one now, by the way, you can ask. I was one of the best. In fact, children loved my teaching. Like, I can connect each time I speak to children. Like, I taught in a lot of schools, and one of the best subjects I know how to teach is basic science. So, children can connect with this uncle, right? Now, but unfortunately, I always feel like something was missing. Something is not complete. Something was not right in me. I used to have this. So that curiosity always pushed me to want to find out what is that? What is that? You understand? Now, for a lot of people that have that curiosity, there's so many things that are holding you down, stopping you from trying to find out. You see, if you are right here, right now, you can type. Even if you watch this after my presentation, you can type. There's something. You might not even find out what it is, but you are always curious about. There's something. If your mind ever told you something like that, my brothers and sisters, try to find out that thing, because that is the only thing that will bring fulfillment to you. That is the only thing that can push you to your true fulfillment. That is the only thing that can make you fulfill the purpose you are meant to fulfill on this earth. I didn't remain in the classroom. No. Because, and another thing to add or to realize is that it is not by mere saying or by mere wishes. You have to push yourself. Like, just within the space of, 2017 to 2019, after my first degree, I was able to get my master's degree as well as postgraduate diploma education, as well as have all those years I was in the classroom teaching. You can see, you cannot sit back and discover anything. You have to try here. So what works for you, eventually you will find your purpose. But if you ever have this curiosity of, there's something. Do you know that one of the reasons why I'm here, like I said earlier, is I always love to impact knowledge. And since I left, because maybe I didn't conclude my story, but I had to write my resignation. That was 2022, right? Yeah, if I can remember very well. I wrote my resignation letter to the university I was employed to teach. I think I spent 2 years teaching in the university. And I finally had to leave because something in me told me that, look, as much as you love to teach, this place is not for you. Like I said, I'm not here to discourage anybody about education. It's good. It's good. We are also going to be looking at some powerful aspect of that education. But there's a lot you need to know. If you just think about, you just go to school, come out with certificate and get a job, Baba, you dey miss. You need to change. You need to do some other things. So while I was in the lecturing world for those 2 years, I think 2 years and some months probably, I was curious about some questions. Like, for example, I will ask myself, I studied chemistry and I probably would have spent, I think, 8 years, 5 years for first degree, 3 years for second degree. That's 8 total, right? So I started asking myself, assuming, because there are some of my friends that they were not opportune to be lecturers, even many of them were pushing for it. And that's the unfortunate thing about this. One of the things I noticed about this education. We do respect to the lecturing world, to the lecturers and those who are passionate about the field, right? I was very passionate about it. And I also believe that perhaps that's the purpose for some people on earth. That's like, once they are lecturing, they feel they are fulfilled, they are happy. Well, you could tag it as success, because everybody can define his or her success in his own times. And that's why I said, some people might get me wrong, but don't even try to get me wrong. I'm not speaking around, I'm not speaking against it. I'm just trying to let you understand some certain concept, because looking at the large population in the country, for example, Nigeria, my country, and so many other places, if you happen to just consume that education just the way they give it to you, I don't think you are empowered enough to be able to face the world. I don't think you'll be capable enough to face the world, to face the society. You are not prepared. That's why you found out that many of the graduates that we have today, I'm sorry to say, but even the first class cannot really navigate themselves in the society successfully. Because for most, what they know is they just use that certificate to look for a job. Even some of them might not be competent to defend themselves in getting 1 or 2 jobs, that somebody have to stand for them. Like in my country now, connection. So maybe this session is taking long, but let me try to summarize and end for today. This is the first day. I have 3 people. I think Mr. Zayad Garuba, thank you for joining us. And I hope you are enjoying the session. We have 2 other persons. Sorry, I can't see the name. You know the JJC now. But we are going to do this 1,000 live appearance on Facebook. Live. And in case you have reservations, you have questions, you have observations in my presentations, I think one of the things I'm going to start doing is this live session should be made for like interaction between me and you. Each time I'm coming, just prepare yourself. Write down the things you want to talk about to me, and one of the things I've promised myself is to give this life mentorship from my experience, from the experience of others, and some tips that is likely to push you or to change your mind about life generally that me I've experienced, that have helped me. So, like I said, I was curious while I was in the university teaching chemistry, right? So I think I took 200 level, 300 level. I think those are the 2 classes I was taking. I was supposed to take 400, but some lecturers were asked to take over some courses that I'm supposed to take at a point. So I was taking 200 and 300. Now, I was curious about some certain principles, like this knowledge, 8 years knowledge of chemistry that I have in my head, the wonderful projects we did during the graduation. So I was now asking, I need to be able to transmute or transit this information to producing something. Like, I was very curious about what I can do with that knowledge. Some people might think that, in chemistry, even saponification, how to produce soap, there's so many things. Even where I did my IT was about this plastic production, producing of this kind of kettle, So, but I was curious about what I can do for myself. At that level, maybe, okay, if you want to talk about plastic production, I don't have the machine. So there are so many things I don't have. And the knowledge that was given to me was not quite practical enough for me to be able to, I think in my 300 level, a lecturer was teaching us how to produce ice cream. I was very interested in those kind of things. Each time a lecturer comes and is teaching us something we can do, like I love it. But the unfortunate thing is that it's just on the board. They will write long reaction, long things. It's very discouraging when I start seeing those reactions. Like, I don't like them. But that's just what you need to be able to know to graduate. I don't know if you are following. I learn at my best. I think it's not a pride, but I was even the class rep, right? So you should, so that you know that this is a serious person. I'm not always intelligent, but I'm the type that we always want to do the best. Like, I am very dedicated. I can always suffer to study something. Like, one page can take me time, but once I get the message in there, I've gotten it. But I'm not always intelligent. By the way, intelligent people don't usually succeed much in life, except for those who dedicate their intelligence into producing something. Intelligent students can easily fail, but hardworking students don't fail. I don't know if you get me. So I think I have some people joining me here that I'm feeling somehow. Some of my bosses, like I said earlier, one of the reasons why I'm having this live session is just my way of giving back. You know, I feel there's some little knowledge that I've begun to notice that a lot of, especially the youngsters like me, myself, that are not aware of. So I want to dedicate this time to doing this consistently to see how far it will take us. So I was curious in the university, how can I transfer this knowledge into producing something? How can I benefit people, apart from the fact that, okay, I've learned these things, I've learned these reactions, I'm good at it, I just go to the board, this also react to this, and this, we have this as a product. Can I see this product in reality, please? I asked my colleagues, and they'll be telling me, this place, some of them will say it's not an innovative place, you know, it's just research work, and it's for academics. It's for academics. Then why are we doing it? Is it not to produce something to help people in the society? So nobody was able to actually answer me well, to let me understand that, look, this thing we are learning can actually be what? Be transferred. Because you might argue that most of the things you learn there is practicable, like it can be bring into reality, but for most of us that learn it and came out, we're just running from left to right without even knowing what to do, because we don't have the practicals, we don't have what it takes. So I begin to question, because most of the graduates, that's what is happening to them. So I had to, at a point, resolve that, look, I need to stop this type of education. Because when I look at my colleagues, the PhD holders, and even the profs, I was not inspired. Like, I don't have much inspiration. Seeing their lifestyle, the way the federal government treat ASU and all that. So the inspiration was dying. So I need to shift my kind of knowledge to something else I can produce, something else I can use my hand to do. And guess what? The kind of knowledge I want to impact is just some of the things you are seeing today, like, because this is like a practical class that we are going to be having all these days. If you are careful enough, and especially if you are a youngster like me, there's so much I'll be teaching you during these sessions that will help you, will guide you, and that will easily make you be more productive instead of, even when you don't go to school. I want to believe that, and not I want to, part of the belief I have now is that even when you don't have university education, you can be very, very, very successful. Do you understand? If you don't want to believe anything, if you don't want to pick anything out of this class today, please pick this aspect. You don't have to be intelligent to be successful. You don't even need a degree to be successful. What you need is hard work. What you need is having a vision, knowing what you want. What you need is a plan to achieving what you want. right? Yes, I can agree that maybe some obstacles here and there, but it's always possible. You just need to first discover what you want and go get it. Especially when you are skill oriented, you can learn something you can produce. Forget about it. Even when you don't understand English, customers will come for it. Do you understand? So I'm going to stop here. This session is very long. This is the first day we are here. We're going to be making it as short as possible. I don't know if I bore you. I don't know if it makes sense, but I know I'm here today and I'm here to stay, right? I'm going to continue doing this, and I hope you enjoy this session. Please, if you like what I'm doing, kindly comment. If you want me to continue, well, whether you like it or not, I will continue. And you must keep watching. You must keep watching, because this is something that will inspire both of us. Like, it will help me to improve on my presentation skills. It will help me to get this confidence of telling people what I know, what I believe in, what is working for me, and I believe together we will learn. So don't take it that I want to teach you, but take it that we are here to interact. And see you some other time. Bye for today. See you tomorrow. Bye.